What's up guys, Technobo here for Server.pro and welcome to this tutorial for installing and using BanManager. BanManager is a simple but very powerful ban management system with warnings, bans for names and IPs, a player reporting system, and can even sync bans or punishments between multiple servers. To install the plugin, head across to the BanManager Spigot page and click Download Now via external site. Then, on your Server.pro dashboard, go into the Files section and open up the Plugins folder. Click Upload Files, select the jar we just downloaded, and restart your server. Keep in mind that if you plan to sync bans across multiple servers, you will need a MySQL database. On Server.pro, we provide you with one on our Pro plans. The plugin also supports sending notifications to Discord servers, even though we won't cover that in this video. If you want messages in a Discord server, you'll need a few more plugins. Bucket servers need Discord SRV, and Sponge servers need Magi Bridge. To see what plugins you already have installed, visit the Install tab under Plugins. Because this plugin is so in-depth and feature-rich, I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible. The plugin Spigot page has links to a super in-depth plugin setup guide, as well as a web setup guide, cross-server setup guide, and even migration guides to move from an older plugin, and even an in-depth command reference. If at any point you're stuck, make sure to check out those pages, as your answer is most definitely already there. In the first section, I'll cover the plugin's commands, and in the second section, I'll touch on the cross-server sync. If you're going to use a MySQL database, then now is the time to set it up. I'll be referring to the command reference linked in the plugin Spigot page. You can also get a list of commands in-game by entering /help/bm. Some commands support flags, which are basic options that we can use to, say, hide a notification from chat, for example. A list of these flags are available in the command reference page. This being a ban management system, we have access to all of the commands that you would expect. Before I get to the list of commands, entering just the command with nothing after it will usually tell us what the correct syntax is in chat. These commands include ban, temp ban, and unban, followed by a player name, mute, temp mute, and unmute, followed by a player name, kick or /add-kick to kick a player without it being logged, as well as IP-related commands being ban IP, temp ban IP, unban IP, mute IP, temp mute IP, and unmute IP. Then we also have bans that affect IP ranges, being ban IP range, temp ban IP range, and unban IP range, but unless you know what you're doing, you'll usually not use these. We also have a warn system, which you can use with /warn, temp warn, and dwarn to remove a warning from a player. I'll warn the other account on the server, /warn Vicky, and a reason here. We can add notes to players for other admins to see using /add-note, and /notes to view a player's notes. Using /add-note Vicky, followed by a note, I've added a player note. /notes shows all the notes for all of the players, and if I just do /notes followed by a player's name, it shows just notes for that player. /alts let us know what accounts a player's IP is shared with. We follow this command with a name or IP address. We can also automatically ban players with a certain word or phrase in their usernames immediately after they connect, using /ban name, temp ban name, or /unban name. We can view a list of bans with /ban list. And using /bm info followed by a player's name, we can look up a list of previous punishments. Players on the server can report other players using /report followed by a player name and a reason. I'll report the other account on the server with /report followed by the player's name and a reason. Admins can use /reports or /reports list to view a list of open reports. /reports TP followed by the ID of the report will take us directly to the location of the reported player when the report was created. We can assign reports to admins or mods using /reports, assign followed by an ID and a name. They will get a notification in the chat letting them know that they should look into it. And we can use /reports unassigned followed by an ID to remove people assigned to reports. When we're happy with a report, we can use /reports close followed by an ID to close the report. Running /reports will now show the report as closed. Using /bm activity followed by a number of seconds and a player name, we can see all commands that a staff member use. We can do /bm rollback followed by seconds and a name to undo all commands issued to the plugin by that user. /bm import and bm export are used for migrating to or from other plugins. More info on this can be found in the plugins documents. And of course, /bm reload reloads all of the settings for the plugin from the config. Locate the config in the plugin folder. In here we have many files. Schedules.yml contains info on how often the server checks the database for new info. It's recommended, of course, to leave it default. Reasons.yml contains a list of placeholders. Admins can use a hash followed by a keyword, like hacking, as a reason for a punishment in chat. And when the command is run, it'll be expanded into the full reason that we see here. We have an example of how the setting looks and how it's used in-game at the very top. Messages.yml contains all the text used by the plugin. If you're looking to customize localization, then here is where you do it. GeoIP.yml contains config for blacklisting or whitelisting certain countries. Leaving it as is lets anyone connect from anywhere. Exemptions.yml lets you exempt certain players from having commands issued to them. Entering a UUID followed by a command and true means that the command will no longer be run when an admin tries to punish this UUID. Discord.yml contains localization for the plugin when it sends messages to a Discord server. A feature of this plugin that we didn't cover in this video is that this plugin can send messages to a Discord server whenever a punishment is issued. If we were to use this feature, we'd need the optional add-ons Discord SRV or Magi Bridge. Console.yml is automatically generated by the plugin and should not be manually changed. Servers that seek to sync bans will need to make sure that this is different on all of them. Config.yml contains all the settings for the plugin. The first section, Local, is where we can change where it saves data from local files to a MySQL database. There's a second section, Global, where we can enter database details as well. If you have multiple servers all using their own databases, so not every ban is synced, we can have one global database that helps share information between them for really annoying players. After it's enabled, we can use commands like ban all or temp ban all to ban a player from every server at once, for example. Using /ban would only ban them from the current server. And of course, below that, we have the ability to change cooldowns for issuing punishments, set a max number of players on a single IP, and tons more. Syncing punishments across multiple servers is really easy. We've already touched on this. For every punishment to be synced across every server, we can use the same MySQL database as the local option on all of our servers. If we'd like to keep punishments for individual servers, we'd set up a global database and share the same details across all of the servers. Then we'll use the commands that target all the servers. While you can copy configs from one server to another, make sure not to copy console.yml and instead let the server generate that file. If you do copy that file across and the UUID of the server is the same, there will be issues while syncing to the database. After a punishment is issued on one server, all the other servers pointing to the same database will acknowledge the punishment as well as soon as they next check the database. You can change how often servers check in the schedules.yml file that we saw earlier. Anyways, I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any plugin suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. If you're having issues with anything, contact our support team. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!